So I cannot keep making more YouTube videos without saying thank you to you guys, seriously. If you haven't checked my other Berserk video, I made at least 4.1 views, which is 4.1 thousand. It's fucking crazy. And it's all thanks to you guys. Thank you so much. And I've received so much positive stuff about Berserk that I felt, you know what, fuck it. Let's show you more Berserk shit, because there is so much more that I do have and kind of want to do. So for the first thing, I wanted to say, why don't I introduce you to a little guy that I know, and his name is actually Gatsucha, or Gatsu, or why does it have a snake head? It has a snake head. Whatever. There you go. There's Guts with the snake head. I don't know how that fucking happened. Whatever. Just watch the review. Alright guys, here we go. This is Max Factory Guts Berserker Armor in Figma form. This is a very highly desired figure by most collectors. This figure was there to kind of commemorate the release of the 37th volume of the manga. It is included in here, I'll show you that in a little bit. But you can see in the front the window boxing that has Guts, his Dragon Slayer, Shirake. He comes with so many accessories. And if we flip it to the back, you can see a whole bunch of product shots, different poses that you could put Guts, ways that you can pose Shirake, the Dragon Slayer, or even without the Dragon Slayer. There is so much in here that you can actually deal with. Of course, if you guys have looked around the box, it has a very reddish atmosphere type of aesthetic to it, and it has blood splatters all over. It is a very, very beautiful box, and this box is huge. This is an incredibly huge box. I think if you open it up inside, you could actually see the plastic cage, and it doesn't come with one, not two, but 3 trays. I kid you not, it comes with 3 trays. The first one, of course, houses the figure and all the accessories. The second one is predominantly for the cape. This is actually a pre-molded cape, I'll show you in a bit. And the third level actually has the manga, and also has some postcards. I'll show you those later as well. So let's get into the accessories. There's an incredible amount of accessories that come with this. I'm not even joking. So let's start with the hands. We have 2 trees. We actually have 2 trees of hands with 6 pairs of hands. I've never seen a Figma like this before, so let's get into the hands. He's got a pair of fist hands, some open palm hands. He's got solar flare Tien hands. He's got some eccentric hands. And he also has 3 hands for holding his sword. One is a relaxed version. Another is a slightly closed grip version, and the other is a completely closed grip hand. Let's get into the Dragon Slayer, because this thing is ginormous. Pretty much it looks like a goddamn letter opener, but if you actually look at this, the detailing and everything is exquisite. It even has a little metal chain on it, which is crazy. Yeah, everything on this is top notch. On the bottom, it also has a little pommel that you could take it off so you could actually insert the hand. So you have no fuss, no mess, you just stick it in there and you're fine. On top of that, he comes with the standard Figma stand that he always comes with, that every Figma always comes with. And the little accessory that actually surprised me a bit was actually Shirake. She is in a very white astral projection of herself. And this is the moment in the manga where she's actually kind of helping Guts to get out of the Berserk armor and to kind of revert back to normal. And the way they did this is absolutely amazing. She has a very nice ghostly atmosphere to her. Her paint job is fantastic. She just looks great. She actually hooks onto the back of Guts's cape. There's a little hole on the back. You can just connect it right there. It works great. So Goodsmile was able to give us 2 heads that we can use. One is the Hellhound head, complete with red blazing eyes and everything else in between. The other one is actually Guts inside of the Berserker armor trying to come out with the help of Shirake, and you can actually take off the front plate to reveal Guts' full face. It's been fully painted and everything. It also comes with 2 jawbones that you can see. One is a collar that fits the Hellhound, the other one is the jawbone that goes under Guts' face. My only drawback with this is that I would have preferred an extra head. That way you could actually get Guts' head with his white hair, and it would have matched so well. I think it's a little bit of a missed opportunity, but it's Berserk. We gotta take what we can get. And last but not least, we have 2 important pieces. We have the manga, of course, volume 37. This specific one didn't come with it, so actually I had to buy it separately. So this is a newer release, and it also comes with 2 postcards. One that has the full Berserker armor, and the other one that has Guts as well as Shirake coming out of the Berserk armor. Alright, so let's actually take a closer look at Guts. So Guts stands at a typical 6 inches tall, which is basically the standard with most figures as well as Figmas. He is incredibly detailed. You can see the little patches of armor. He is painted in a very nice gunmetal type of coloring with very silver, very beautiful, very detailed. You can see some of the scratches in the armor. You could also see some blood stains in there, coated inside of the armor itself. Also, there's a couple of aspects that I really love about him. My favorite is actually the knee joint, if you're actually able to check that out. Good Smile was able to put something really nice in there. They put a little cavity in there, so when the knee actually bends, it takes the space of the cavity. So all the joints are pretty much very well hidden, and it's absolutely perfect. The articulation on Guts is amazing. I'll show you that in a bit. But long story short, if you can see in the photos, he is probably one of the most flexible Figmas I've ever seen, period. And he needs to be. He has to be in outrageous poses, like usual. He also comes with his pre-molded cape, which is in a matte finish. I actually prefer this style a lot more than the older Guts, due to the fact that it doesn't feel like a fucking fabric softener. It is pre-molded, it looks beautiful, and it's wavy. The only thing is, it does have a little bit of weight to it, so that's where the stand comes in, but it works beautiful. I love the way Guts looks here. Alright, here we go. This is Guts right here. He's standing, of course, at 6 inches tall. He's incredibly flexible, so let's start with his head. Of course, he can move up and down, he can move left and right. He is incredibly versatile. He has to be, considering he has a bunch of poses. This is one of my favorite parts about the arm joint, is that this little sleeve is actually hiding the joint itself. So pretty much he has maximum flexibility as much as possible. He can move outward. He does have a beautiful joint right here. It glides and glistens. Pretty much he can move all around. Same with the other side. Now, like I said, you can actually take off the collar. You can actually take that off if you need to. So just pop that off if you do need to. I'm not going to do that. His crunch is amazing. Just look at that. You can just go back and forth. And he needs to. Like I said, he does a lot of crouching positions. He stands like this a lot more than you actually think. And of course, his legs they don't split apart just due to the actual shins right here, or the guards from the legs. I don't know the actual name for it. So of course, he has a double jointed knee right here. He can move back. You can see the little joint right here in action. So pretty much when I kick it, it hides the joint very, very nicely, tucks it in beautifully. And of course, he has an ankle joint right here. Goes every direction you need it to. The toe articulation is very nice and it's very versatile. You actually really need it with Guts. Like I said, he stands perfectly fine. He looks great, and there you go. He's standing dead. That's what he needs to do. So typical MSRP for this figure was actually 4,800 yen back in 2013, and that's actually steel back then. But of course now people are getting more into Berserk. They want more of the figures, so prices are going to get a little higher. They kind of exceed around 200. It's really getting up there. I got incredibly lucky. I actually took a trip in Japan last year, and I was actually able to purchase one. And like I said, mine did not come with the manga, so I had to buy that separately. But other than that, mine came complete. It came with everything. Mine does have a little bit of damage just from the actual trip. You can actually see a little bit of dent in there, which I didn't like, but it is what it is. I'm happy that I was actually able to get one, and frankly, I think it's actually worth the price. I would recommend you get it. But of course, thank you guys so much for checking out the video. This was my love letter to you guys. I'm gonna make one more Berserk video next week. I think you guys are gonna typically enjoy this. This is my hallmark. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. When it gets posted, you'll check it out. And of course, if you can, please like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. This is my love letter to you guys. I'm gonna definitely do more videos like this as they come along. Definitely check out my other videos, Port vs. Port, Why Did We Forget? There's still a lot of videos that I do. I release videos every Friday, and I stream every weekday, so you can check me out. All the links will be down below. Thank you guys so much, and I'll definitely check you out next time.